In December, a new FIA president will be elected at the General Assembly in Uzbekistan. Mohammed Ben Sulayem currently holds the position, and while there are other candidates, everything is pointing to him getting a second term. People like former steward Tim Meyer made themselves a candidate, but he withdrew last week, pointing at the undemocratic system that never would have given him a fair chance. So why does Meyer say that, and why do some people think the FIA elections aren't fair? Let's dive into this in this week's GPFans Special. The FIA, Formula One's governing body, amongst many other things, has only had 10 presidents in the past, including names like Jean-Marie Balestre, known for his role in the Senna-Prost rivalry, and Max Mosley, who was also shrouded in controversy. Former Ferrari team principal Jean Todt took on the role between 2009 and 2021, after which Mohammed Ben Sulayem was elected. In December, he'll be hoping to get another term. The FIA plays a big part in the Formula One Championship, but so does the FOM, or Formula One Management, which is in the hands of Liberty Media. The FIA and FOM are often opposed to each other on many issues, mainly because they have vastly different interests and ambitions. Ben Sulayem has underlined many times that F1 is owned by the FIA, also to send a message to the FOM. The FOM is the official owner of Formula One's commercial rights. That means they're mainly concerned with growing the sport commercially and marketing, like the Netflix series Drive to Survive, or expanding the sport's calendar. They are allowed to do all of this so long as they operate within the rules that the FIA sets out. The FIA's president is voted in by its members, and a term lasts for 4 years. Those members, of which there are currently 222, consist of national sporting authorities and automotive clubs from all around the world. Until recently, the rules were simple: make yourself candidate, win the vote, become president. But in June, a controversial change was made to the system to make it a lot harder for anyone to make themselves a candidate at all. Ben Sulayem proposed many changes, all of which were eventually implemented. The deadline to make yourself a candidate is a lot earlier in the year now, for example. That means potential candidates have a lot less time now to go on the campaign trail and to assemble a team to govern with. On top of this, another change is that candidates have to provide a list of 7 regional vice presidents, and this is the main problem for many. You see, every list has to include an FIA-approved member from each region, but in South America, there is only one member. That member is Fabiana Ecclestone, wife of Bernie, and she backs Ben Sulayem. The rules state that any member can only back one presidential candidate, meaning it is impossible for anyone else to provide a comprehensive list. One of the presidential candidates left is Virginie Philippot, although it remains to be seen whether she will actually run or drop out like Meyer. Laura Villars is another candidate, but she too has the same issue regarding the list of vice presidents. Villars has said she's exploring legal options to see whether these new rules are legal and in line with the FIA status as a non-profit organization. While Philippot and Villars are still candidates, Tim Meyer has withdrawn from the race. The American said that he was left no choice because of the system, and he told The Athletic the following, quote, "When elections are decided before ballots are cast, that's not democracy, that's theater. And when member clubs are left with no real choice, they become spectators, not participants," end quote. Meyer has filed a formal complaint with the FIA's ethics committee. Although, guess who's the leader of that board of the committee? You guessed it, it's Mohammed Ben Sulayem himself. The FIA has responded to GP fans regarding the doubts around the upcoming presidential elections. Maria Zander, the FIA's corporate communications manager, told us it's a, quote, "structured and democratic process to ensure fairness and integrity at every stage." Zander says the rules have been known since June 13th and that they're not that new, as they've also applied to previous elections. So the FIA puts responsibility at Ben Sulayem's opposition. They believe candidates like Meyer, Philippot, and Villars should have taken certain steps, and added, quote, "Prospective candidates have had since the publication of the detailed information on 13th of June to prepare their applications." Well, that more or less brings you up to speed on the upcoming FIA presidential elections, and that means it's the end for this week's GPFans Special. Thank you so much for watching it, and we hope to see you in the next one. Peace.